Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the NFL news cycle lately, you already know that the league is buzzing with activity, especially around the NFC West. But today, we're going to focus on what this means for the San Francisco 49ers. The team has been quietly making some strategic moves, and one of the most interesting developments involves a wide receiver who's chosen the 49ers over other potential suitors, including the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, you heard that right. The 49ers have managed to secure a significant addition to their receiving core, and it's not just a minor signing. This could have major implications for their offense for the upcoming season. So, what's the scoop? Well, a free agent wide receiver has decided to sign with the 49ers, turning down the opportunity to join the Steelers, who have been desperately trying to bolster their pass-catching options. This receiver, who has been making waves in the league lately, is none other than Marquez Valdes Scantling. And trust me, this is a move that could really shake things up in the NFC West and beyond. Valdes Scantling, for those who may not follow every detail of NFL free agency, has proven himself to be one of the league's top deep ball threats. His ability to stretch the field with those long receptions is exactly what the 49ers need to complement their already potent offense. Let's talk about how he fits into the 49ers' plans. Remember, this isn't just about adding another receiver, it's about strategic positioning. The 49ers already have a solid core led by players like Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, but adding a deep threat like Valdes Scantling gives Brock Purdy or whoever takes the helm under center more options to open up the field. His speed, combined with the route-running ability he's demonstrated across his career, makes him a perfect fit for Kyle Shanahan's offensive scheme, which thrives on creating mismatches and exploiting defenses in space. Now, it's important to highlight that Valdes Scantling's journey in the NFL has been quite interesting. He started his career with the Green Bay Packers, where he showed flashes of brilliance, especially when given the opportunity to stretch the field. But it was really in recent seasons, during his time with the Kansas City Chiefs, and more recently with the Buffalo Bills, that he truly showcased his deep ball skills. He caught 17 passes for nearly 23 yards per reception while with the Saints, which is no small feat considering the level of competition and the tight windows he often had to navigate. His 4 touchdowns last season are a testament to his ability to make big plays when it counts, and that's exactly what the 49ers need to take their offense to the next level. This signing also signals a bit of a shift for San Francisco's approach in free agency. The 49ers have long been known for their strong draft game and developing players internally, but adding a veteran like Valdes Scantling indicates that they're looking to make a splash and add immediate impact players to their roster. With this move, they're not just filling a roster spot, they're strengthening their attack for the postseason, where every play counts, and having a receiver who can make a difference on the deep routes can be the difference between a Super Bowl victory and an early exit. Meanwhile, the Steelers, who have been actively hunting for a reliable wide receiver, seem to be hitting a bit of a wall. They've been linked to a few names, including Malachi Corley, a young receiver with a lot of potential, especially after playing with Aaron Rodgers at the Jets last year. But the Steelers haven't been able to land the big fish thereafter. They also looked at Marquez Valdes Scantling, who was released by the Seattle Seahawks after a brief stint, but now he's officially a 49er. This has to be a blow for Pittsburgh, who desperately needed to find someone to step up and provide that deep threat, especially with the uncertainty surrounding some of their other receiving options. What does this mean for the NFC West? Well, it's pretty clear that the 49ers are positioning themselves as serious contenders once again. The addition of a player like Valdes Scantling not only boosts their offensive firepower, but also sends a message to their division rivals. San Francisco isn't just content with being good, they want to dominate. It's a strategic move that could help them secure the top seed in the NFC, or at least give them a distinct advantage in the playoffs. Kyle Shanahan's offense is already one of the most dynamic in the league, but with this new weapon on the outside, defenses will have an even harder time containing the 49ers' attack. And let's not forget about Brock Purdy, who's entering his second season as the starting quarterback. If he can build on his impressive rookie campaign, this offense could become downright unstoppable. Having a deep threat like Valdes Scantling provides Purdy with a crucial weapon to exploit defenses vertically, which can open up the entire field and make the running game even more effective. Plus, the chemistry that develops between the quarterback and his receivers through training camp and the preseason can really be a game changer, and the 49ers will be counting on that chemistry to elevate their game even further. Now, looking at the broader picture, this move also reflects the team's long-term strategy. The 49ers aren't just thinking about this season, they're building a roster that can compete for multiple Super Bowls in the next few years. Their focus on acquiring talented veterans who can contribute immediately shows how committed they are to contending now, while still maintaining the flexibility to develop young players. It's a delicate balance, but one that General Manager John Lynch and head coach Kyle Shanahan seem to be executing flawlessly. Of course, the NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and the 49ers' move to sign Valdes Scantling is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. They're also working on other positions, restructuring contracts, and making sure their special teams and defense are primed for another deep playoff run. The NFC is stacked with talented teams, but San Francisco has made it clear that they're not backing down and are willing to do whatever it takes to come out on top. This signing also raises some interesting questions about the division rivals. The Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals all have their own plans, but the 49ers seem to be setting the tone early in the offseason. The NFC West has historically been a competitive division, and with the 49ers reinforcing their roster, we can expect more intense battles this coming season. The Seahawks, for example, are trying to rebuild with a new quarterback and young talent, but if the 49ers keep adding weapons like Valdes Scantling, it might just be enough to keep them on top once again. And if we look at the history of the 49ers in recent years, they've always been a team that emphasizes strong defense, a versatile running game, and now, an increasingly explosive passing attack. With players like Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk already in the mix, adding a deep threat like Valdes Scantling makes this offense even more dangerous. It's a perfect recipe for Kyle Shanahan's offense, which relies on misdirection, precision, and big plays to keep opponents guessing. So, as we move forward into the offseason, all eyes will be on how this roster shapes up, how the chemistry develops, and whether the 49ers can finally put it all together to bring home another Super Bowl. The NFC is wide open, and with this move, San Francisco has announced that they're here to contend, ready to make a statement. Fans, I know you're excited. This team is shaping up to be one of the most interesting to watch in the league, and I can't wait to see how everything unfolds in training camp and the preseason. In the end, what this all boils down to is that the 49ers are making smart, aggressive moves to stay at the top of the NFL. The addition of Valdes Scantling is just the latest example of their commitment to excellence, and it's a move that could help them secure that elusive sixth Super Bowl title. So, keep your eyes peeled, stay tuned for more updates, and remember, this season promises to be one of the most exciting in recent memory for San Francisco 49ers fans. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this move? Do you think Valdes Scantling is the missing piece to finally get the 49ers back to the Super Bowl? Or do you think there are other areas that need more attention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for all the latest San Francisco 49ers news. This offseason is just getting started, and it's shaping up to be one of the most exciting chapters in the franchise's history.